Hello there and welcome. Hello there and welcome. In today's session, we are going to do Pigeon Pose, Ardha Kapotasana in Sanskrit. It is an amazing pose to go a little bit deeper into the hips, stimulate this area of the body, and release any stagnant energy that we might have stored in the hips. And since we are going to hold it a little bit, it is also an amazing practice for calming and grounding the mind. So if you're ready, grab your mat and join me here for this deep hip stretch session. We are going to begin this practice seated cross legs at the center of the mat. And just for a couple of moments, we are going to take a deep breath in and exhale. Maybe closing the eyes and really allow the awareness to drop from the mind into the body. Connect with a deep breath. And make sure you are extending a little bit more the exhales. The more we relax in the body, the easier it gets into these postures that might be a little bit uncomfortable, that might result a little bit in an intense feeling, especially if we are not used to stretch the hips often. So let's take 3 deep breaths together here. Inhale through the nostrils. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nostrils. Extend the exhale out. Inhale again. And extend the exhale out. Beautiful. Come back to natural flow of your breath. Gently opening the eyes. We are going to transition into hands and knees and prepare for our pigeon. From the hands and knees, we are going to come into a down dog, but just for a moment to take the right foot forward, the right knee down close to the right hand, the left knee behind goes down, the top of the left foot behind goes down. Okay, the right knee is down, the shin is down, the right shin on the mat. Make sure you are keeping your hips square and you are not falling down onto your right glute, something like this. Okay, you are staying up. If there is a gap between your right glute and the mat, that's completely fine. Okay, we are going to take a couple of options here, a couple of variations. You can stay up here, and this is awesome already. And if you feel the stretch in the hip, it's even more amazing. Okay, and if you feel like you can go a little bit deeper, and most of us actually can, or maybe you take a couple of breaths here, and again extending in the exhales, that is going to help to drop a little bit more in the body, to relax a little bit more in the right hip, and nice and gently we are going down onto the forearms. Okay, and most of us are going to stay here into this variation number 2, and some of us maybe are going to extend the hands, the arms down and come all the way down, forehead to the mat. I'm going to keep forearms down here today. Close my eyes, and I invite you to do the same. Just close your eyes and keep breathing in and out, sending a long exhale into the right hip. Relaxing the whole body here, relaxing the forehead, relaxing the muscles around the eyes, and just really feeling into the sensations, the activations of the hip joint, allowing the breath to do the work, allowing the gravity to do the work. All you have to do here is just be present. Just keep breathing and call yourself back in case you start wandering and your mind starts flying away somewhere else, into the past, into the future. You're going to hold it here a little bit longer. The more we hold these kind of postures, the more release happens. The more we hold, the more we actually relax into the posture, and the more we allow the stagnant, stuck energies to release and create more space for something new to come in. If it gets too intense at any time, I invite you to take up a couple of breaths into that intensity and just stay a little bit longer. And after you took this couple of breaths, see if you maybe changed your mind and you don't want to come out of the posture. Or maybe you still want to do so and you can just step back into a child's pose for a moment. But give yourself the opportunity to hold it a little bit more. Beautiful. Your next inhale, if you are with your hands, with your forearms down, come up onto your hands, lift chest up. Okay, we are going to step it back into all fours. Come wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and we are going to do a little bit of hip rotation here on the right side. Beautiful. Switch direction. Amazing. And then we switch sides back into that downward facing dog, but just for a moment, so that we can take the left knee forward, down close to the left hand, right knee down, top of the right foot down, that stays behind us. Again, hips aligned forward. We don't want to collapse onto the left glute here. Stay up. You can stay here. Again, it's a great option. You can close your eyes, maybe bend just a tiny little bit in the elbows. Or most of us maybe go down into the forearms again. But you've done this already on the other side, so you can actually go right away into that posture that you know it feels good. But there is another possibility here. You might notice something different. You might notice that this left side is different than the right side. That is completely, I would say, normal. It's common, it's not so uncommon to have the left and the right sides of the body different. We use them in different ways. We are again connecting to that deep breath. Again, allowing the gravity to do the work. Feeling into the activation of the hip joint on the left side this time. Holding it here a little bit more, a little bit longer. And coming back to the breath in case you start to wonder. Keeping the whole body relaxed. Especially the muscles of your face, the jaw. Keep the breath nice and long. If it gets too intense, give yourself the opportunity to hold it a little bit more. Just a couple breaths. We are going to stay here 3 more deep breaths. Really give yourself permission to sink in. Beautiful. Again, very nice and gently. If you are on your forearms or your arms down extended, come to your hands. We are going to step it back into all fours again. Wrists underneath the shoulders. And left hip rotation here. Beautiful. Switch direction if you didn't do so. And release down. Hips back over the heels. Just a couple of breaths into child's pose, forehead down. Beautiful. From here we are coming up with the eyes closed, sitting on the heels or cross legs, whatever feels comfortable for you today. Take one breath here together. Inhale. Exhale. The next inhale, gently open the eyes. Thank you so much for joining us today for this practice. Remember that in yoga, consistency is key, and every moment you spend on the mat is a gift that you give to yourself. And even though this practice might have seemed a little bit short, every minute counts towards your well-being. Until next time, keep breathing and stay grounded. Namaste. Namaste, I am Crew Roddle. As we gently close our Pigeon Pose for hip release session, may you carry the sense of release and openness throughout your day. This nurturing practice is a part of our Samahdee Sunrise series, aiming to bring comfort and flexibility to your mornings. To continue your journey of holistic well-being and discover more soothing practices, please subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell. Be a part of our community that embraces each morning with gentle stretches and mindful presence. Until we meet again to explore and release, may your steps be light and your heart open. Namaste.